About a month ago, I was watching some late night TV, and the Canon Films classic from 1981, Enter the Ninja, came on. I had a blast watching this movie, because at the time when it came out, I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I really didn't see it till a few years later. And by that time, the 80s ninja craze was at full strength. Now, these movies were never any good as far as deep cinema goes, but as a kid, I wanted to be a ninja because of these movies. How could you not want to put on the black outfit and take out dudes with throwing stars, swords, blow darts, and other assorted weapons? This retrospective is going to cover just the American-made ninja movies. Part 1 will cover the original Canon Films trilogy starring Sho Kosugi that began with Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, and Ninja 3: The Domination. Part 2, I'll cover Canon's American ninja films. So let's throw some smoke bombs and do this. Enter the Ninja from 1981 is the first ninja movie I probably ever laid eyes on. And it's sad to think that, because it really isn't the greatest ninja movie ever, but it is a lot of fun. Legendary Italian actor Franco Nero from Django is a backflipping ninja with superhuman martial arts skills. That's far from the slower moving part he played in Django. This film starts with Nero as the white ninja being chased in Japan by a bunch of red ninja and an evil ninja dressed in black played by legendary Sho Kosugi. Franco plays a Vietnam vet in his final test of becoming the first American ninja, even though he is Italian. Stay with me here. Kosugi is upset because he thinks it is against tradition to let an ex-spaghetti westerner become a ninja. The master ninja disagrees and allows him to become a card-carrying ninja. Nero packs his white suit up and heads to the Philippines to chill with his land mogul buddy, who happens to have an attractive wife played by Susan George. A crazy real estate gangster played by Christopher George tries to bully his buddy into giving him his land back, which sets in motion the conflict of the movie. Nero destroys about 80 of George's henchmen before the 50-minute mark. They of course find a very willing Kosugi, and he comes back for the final confrontation. Some of my favorite scenes include Nero's buddy telling him that he can't get it up anymore for his hot wife Susan George, so instead of offering any type of support, Nero goes back to his best buddy's house and pleases his wife so she won't have to suffer anymore. Wow, great friends are hard to find.
Bastard!
See, you met the wife.
The fighting scenes are what brought people in to see these movies at the time. There are some cool ninja fighting scenes by 80s fighting standards, I suppose, but mostly the ones involving Sho Kosugi are the standouts. Nero was not in shape to be a ninja. His fighting scenes were all doubled by fight choreographer Mike Stone. The film is directed by Menachem Golan, who was half of the Golan Globus producing giant Canon Films. His direction here is, subpar at best. He just kind of sets the camera down and waits for shit to go down. It's okay. Overall though, this is a great introduction to the ninja genre, but it was just getting warmed up. In Revenge of the Ninja from 1983, a follow-up to Enter the Ninja, we go a new route and find Sho Kosugi playing a different character this time around in Japan, protecting his family from deadly ninjas. While Sho is chatting with his buddy Dave, a group of ninjas show up out of nowhere and kill his entire family except his baby boy. Dave tells Sho that he must go to Los Angeles and start an antique business to get away from the ninja insanity. So he does, of course. Sho teaches his son, played by his real-life kiddo Kane Shikugi, the art of the ninja, but not to practice it on people, only to honor the tradition. Whatever, dude. This little man can ball. He kicks 4 little kids' asses, then beats the shit out of his dad's big-breasted blonde LA girlfriend. He is not to be messed with. Making his feature film debut, director Sam Furstenberg had a better feel for the action this time out. There are some decent fight scenes, and a very well-directed van chase, which I'm a huge fan of. There are stars to the head, more exploding smoke balls, and by far the best scene in the film, torture by hot tub jets. Classic. Sho fights his friend Dave, who of course happens to be a ninja, and has been shipping heroin in Sho's Japanese antique dolls. This is just a thought, but if you were a ninja, and you had a best friend, like a really good friend, you're close, wouldn't you know he was a ninja too? The final battle takes place on top of a roof in LA on a tennis court. Yes, a tennis court. Is there a deep cinematic meaning here? No, it's just a tennis court on the roof of a big building in downtown Los Angeles. Sho is really good here. His acting is Norris level at best, but so is everyone else's. What sets this movie apart from the others is Sho and his skills as the ninja. Much more believable than Franco Nero in the original. And that's because Sho Kosugi is a way better martial artist. He's a professional. This is a movie that delivers the ninja goodies, and it sets the table for part 3.
Rough day, huh?
Yeah, thanks, but I don't use soft drinks.
This classic line of dialogue is just one of many, and my favorite titled film in the Canon Ninja Trilogy. When you visited a video store back in the day and said the magic words, "I'm looking for a movie called Ninja 3: The Domination," you might end up in the wrong section. But if you found the right movie, oh boy, are you in for a cinematic masterpiece. And if you didn't, oh boy, you're in for a cinematic masterpiece. Ninja 3 has nothing to do with the other two as far as I can tell. But let me tell you something. You have never, ever seen a ninja film like this. You have never, ever seen a film like this, period. This film is far out there. I'll try my best to sum it up. Lucinda Dickey, star of Furstenberg's Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, stars as Christy, a telephone pole repair person that finds a ninja that has just survived about 10,000 bullet hits from the police and is possessed by a dying ninja's spirit. Stay with me. Yes, this ninja has supernatural powers. Christy keeps the sword and reports the dead ninja to the cops. However, she is now possessed with supernatural ninja abilities. Soon, she discovers her ass-kicking aerobic skills by fending off some goons outside the gym that she works out at. She then falls in love with one of the cops that killed her previous ninja self. As the killings around the city mount, Sho Kosugi is called in to kick some ninja ass. This time he does not play himself from Enter or Revenge, but a new character named Yamada, who wears a strange eye patch. Christy lives in a very 80s Art Deco place and even has her own arcade game inside. One crazy night, after a horrific, reconstituted vegetable drink sexual act, a glowing sword floats out of the closet on 2 strings. The next night, the arcade game comes on and she is possessed again by the spirit of the ninja, only this time, it's in a very Tron-like style. I'm not kidding, you have to watch this movie. Next, she goes out and kills some more cops for the death of her ninja spirit. Now, if getting possessed by a video game isn't enough fun for you, it gets even awesomer. She goes to some S&M dungeon where James Hong, the legendary James Hong, tries to perform an exorcism on her. So now we have a female video game possessed exorcism crazed ninja non-soft drink cop killing machine on the loose in LA. But fear not, Sho is on the way. I did learn some things about a ninja's skill level in this film. First, when doing a standing backflip over a 10-foot high chain-link fence, it is necessary to remove your leather jacket before doing so. Second, if you are a ninja attending the funeral of a cop that you killed, it is good to hide in the trees and assassinate as many other cops as you can using your bow and arrow while they all fall into the same grave. Great use of surrounding resources. When fighting Sho Kosugi, you might want to mention that you starred in Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Who knows? He could be a fan. So now we get to a conclusion of sorts, and it gets even crazier. Christy and Sho battle in a Shaolin monk temple, and she turns into a psychic zombie ninja and then turns the monks into an army of the living dead who use kung fu against Sho. As silly as this movie is, it really is entertaining from all the horrendous 80s cliches of headbands, aerobic leggings, and bad synth scores. It's just too much fun to love from the first frame to the last. Director Sam Furstenberg has a better feel for the action this time around than he did in Revenge. Sure, it's ludicrous from start to finish, but who gives a crap? It's a ninja movie. All three of these movies are on Blu-ray and streaming. Enter and Revenge are on Kino Lorber discs, with Revenge having a commentary track, and Ninja 3 has a really super special edition on Shout Factory. Lots of really fun extras on that disc. So this is part 1 of my Canon Films Ninja retrospective. Part 2 will focus on the American Ninja movies 1 through 4, and we don't talk about 5.